Hello, how you guys doing today? Welcome. Anything fun, anything exciting? Uh, uh Stretchy time, baby. Oh god, my muscles. I feel paralyzed. I woke up like 2 minutes ago and my room's cold, so like I'm trying to stretch and my muscles are like, no, I'm contracting. I'm like, "Ugh." Hello, make sure to follow. Hi Dusk, hi Momo, how you doing? Never played this tower before. Haha, I made the same joke 20 times, guys. Am I funny? Hi Jenna. Hey, hi Laura, how are you? I swear, like I said, later this week I'll play the keyboard. I'll ask my friend to make a thumbnail for it too. Hi Ryan, hi Dust, hi Lily. Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Glad to have you. Hi Jax. Why am I always the first? I don't know actually. Hi Chuz, hi Ryan. Hi Leona, glad to have you. Hi Riri. I'm just afraid of that game, so it's like I feel like it's not that interesting for people after like 30 minutes. Hi guys, maybe does nobody else have a fast computer? My computer is semi-fast. Hi Riri. What are you guys doing? Hi En. Hi Jay. Hi Leona. Hi It. Hi Momo. Just don't spam 20 times. That's the only thing I request you not to do. Hi Leona. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi Momo Flops. How you doing there? Welcome. Glad to have you here. How you guys doing right now? Momo, welcome. Hi Jay. How you doing there? Welcome. It's okay. Hello, you. If you keep spamming, you're gonna do the same thing you did yesterday. So I just leave it alone. Hi Chaz, hi Leona. Hi guys. Why you always show up? That's why you always show up. Oh yeah, oh thank you, I appreciate it. Hi Leona. Hi CBY, thank you for the heart me. That's my name on Roblox. Here you guys go. Why do you sound sad? I just woke up, guys. I'm gonna sound sad because I just woke up. Guys, have you woke up and you sound very monotone and very deep voice? I literally woke up 5 minutes ago, so that's why. So I'm gonna sound very, like, still tired and probably kind of sad when I'm not sad. I'm fine. I just was like, oh, I woke up pretty late. I need to stream right now, so I go stream. I guess maybe I didn't eat till yet, so that might be why. I was really hungry yesterday, even though I swear, the one thing about, like, pot stickers is they don't really fill you up, even with, like, the fillings. Like, I had it, and I was like, I have not watched it since, like, I was, like, 5. I mean, it's not bad, it's just I haven't watched it in a really long time. Be sure to follow us, so glad to have you guys here. What's my favorite color? Sky blue. Hi, Dusk. Thank you for putting my name in chat again. Glad to have you. I'm doing good, CBY. How many follows on TikTok are we? 23. We need 80. So okay. And thank you guys for the follows. Hi Probaki. Hi N. How you doing there? Welcome. Watch it. I mean, I got a lot of things I need to watch, my dude. I mean, even still, I watched like part of it. I watched it when I was like 10. We should have followers on. I don't mean to say I wouldn't watch it. It's just like I'm so busy. Hi Kiwi. Hi Dusk. Hi Joey. Hi Not Domino, thank you for coming. Hi, look. Hi Cake, how are you doing today? Welcome back, glad to have you. How you guys doing today? Welcome, cuties. Can you shout me out? Did you sub? I'll give you a shout out if you sub, deal. Hi Sonata, thank you for following. You're nearly at 90k. Yeah, we're so close to 90k today. Hi Kiwi, hi Alexander, hi Rokai, how you doing today? Yes, thank you for the sub, Kiwi, I appreciate it. Hello, welcome. Hi, Roki. Make sure to follow or sub, guys, if you're new. Hi, CBY. How are you? Hi, Kiwi. How are you doing today? Welcome. Hi, Ka. How you doing today? Thank you, Cake, for the flow state. That's really nice of you, Cake. Thank you so much for your flow state. It does help me out a lot. Hi, Gay. How are you doing today? Thanks for the flow state. Hi, Gay. How are you? English. So, yes, I can speak English. Hello. Engleski. Hi Gay. Hi Valerie. Glad to have. Hi Ann. Horokai. Yeah, thank you so much. Cake, thank you for a Sunday as well. Thank you for your donations, Cake. It is very appreciated. Thank you so much. Hello, welcome back, Xander. Hi Almones. How you doing there? Hi Ian. How you doing there? Welcome. Glad to have you. Hi Surgeon. Hi Dusk. How you doing there? Welcome. Let me go back. Okay, have fun going back. Hi, King. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Flame. Hi, Lexi. It's been a while. Yeah, welcome back. It's been a while. Hi, Mosquitoes. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. I mean, if you want to... I don't friend people, but if you want to join my game, you can. Would you like to join my game? Hi, Leona. Hi, Flame. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Brobaki. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. And thank you for the follows and subs. Hi, Avatar. Glad to have you. And thank you for the follows and subs, cutie. Hi, Avatar. How you guys doing today? Hi, Kazu. How are you? Kazu, what are you up to today? Make sure to follow or sub, guys, if you are new today. It does help me out. Hi, Bakugo. Hi, CBY. How are you? Lucy, thank you for the star. Long time no see, Kazu, though. Yeah, guys, thank you guys for coming. Hi, Cake. Thank you for the sub, Cake. Glad to have you here. And thank you guys for your donations today. I appreciate it so much. Hi, Summer. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hi, N. N. Make sure to follow or sub. Glad to have you. If I join on stream, do I have to stay on stream? Yes, you do have to stay on stream. That is a policy I have. So if you do join me, you have to stay on stream. You can't play without watching me since I say stuff. If you do, when I find out, I will block you on Roblox. So sorry, I don't want to be mean. It's just I have that policy since people don't listen to what I have to say sometimes, and it ends up being a bad thing. Hi, Summer. How you doing today? Hi, Rachel. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Have fun on your vacation. You too. Hi, Juan. Hi, Pixie. Hi, Xander. How are you? Glad to have you. Dog, what? Can you add me? I'm not adding people. Hi, can you play? I might play that game later. Not right now, but maybe later. Hi, Lexi. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Shoma. Make sure to follow us up. Glad to have you. Hello, everyone. I'm not friending people, guys. I'm sorry. Hi, Pixie. Again, thank you for coming and glad to have you. Hi, Pixie. I'm not friendly people, but if you do want to join my game, I can invite you guys to my game. Yeah, that's why I have the policy that you have to play, because otherwise they're not watching. So what's the point of streaming if you're not gonna watch and you just want to play with me and for like 2 minutes and annoy me, right? Like, no offense, I don't want to be mean, but be sure to follow. Oh, bro, if you don't want to just gift, don't beg me then. Hello, hi everyone. If you want to actually watch me play, see, that's the thing. I'm not gonna just play the game to gift you guys. If that's the only reason you want me to play, then I'm gonna get pissed. No offense. Don't suggest games just so I give you money when I'm never gonna do that. No offense. Do I have other people added? I mean, I had friends of like a few years ago added, but I don't add most people. Like 99% of people, I never add. I've been doing good. What about you guys? Hi, Pixie. Yeah, thank you for the follows up. Hi, Summer. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. I've been doing decent. Hi, Izza. What are you up to today, if you don't mind me asking? I'm not adding you. Bro, you just want me to give you money. You already said that in chat. I don't want to be mean, but... You're like, oh, give me money. And, oh my god. They should have followed or sub. Even if you didn't say that, I still want to add you. Hi, Sensei. Like, I have even more reason not to. Hi, Matt. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. You make me sad. Sorry, I can't. Sorry, man. Hi, Leo. Thank you for the follow. Hi, Aubrey. You make me sad. I'm sorry I didn't play a game just to give you stuff when I don't feel like playing the game and I just woke up, man. Hi, Kitty. Hi, Izzy. I'm the streamer. I'm the one that should be begging. I'm joking, but, you know. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Aubrey. Hi, Sensei. Yeah, YouTube chat kind of dead today. I don't know why. Hello, YouTube chat. Why are you so quiet today? Oh my god. Hi, Pixel. Thank you for liking my avatar. Be sure to follow or sub. Tough avatar. Thank you. I have 2 Robux. That's cool. Hi, Polished. How you doing there? Stop spamming, my bro. I don't care. Be sure to follow. Beth, thank you for the follow. Glad to have you. Hi, Charlie. I sound dead too. I woke up, so I mean, I'm gonna sound like that. Maybe I should have streamed when I woke up. Hi, Summer. Hi, Perbaki. I can't upload a short today, unfortunately. I gotta wait. Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Glad to have you. Hi, Summer. Hi, Kai. Thank you for liking my fit. Hi Brisket, how are you? Corn. Kamashino, get a dot, do the dance. Hi Isabel, hi Aubrey. That's good that you're doing good. Blim bop, blim bop, eh. Blim bop, blim bop, blim bop, eh. Blim bop, eh. Make sure to follow or sub, guys, if you are new today. Hi Isabel. Hi Aubrey. Hi Trip. How you doing today? Welcome. Glad to have you here. How do you get my Abby? Hi Shy. Remember me? Yeah, I remember you. How you guys doing today? Welcome. What are you guys up to today? Your cat had kittens today? Aw, congrats on that, man. Hi Isabel. Hi Aubrey. I just woke up too. It's going alright. Still waking up though. Thank you Amira for the sparkle. Glad to have you. Hello, hi Melly. Hi Amira, how you doing today? Welcome. Pixie, thank you so much for the sparkles. Glad to have you, Pixie. It's really nice of you. Thank you for coming and subbing. Hi everyone, how you guys doing today? Welcome. Welcome Audrey, welcome back. Hi Charles, your voice is pretty chill. Hi Trip, thank you for the gold coin. We got back. Hi Jax, hi Charles, hi Bloxiana. Glad to have you here. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi Amira. What are you guys up to? Hi Tail, hi Pink Star, hi Kelly, how are you? Hi everyone, again thank you guys for your follows, subs, and donations today. Hi Tail, hi Kelly, how are you? Hi Pixie. Amina, sorry, my bad. Hi Andrew, hi everyone, glad to have you on TikTok. Lexi, thank you for the roses. And Tago, hello, how you doing? Hi Lawson, how you doing today? Make sure to follow or sub if you guys are new, it does help me out. Hi YTAC, hi Maria, glad to have you. Hi Maddie, how you doing today? Hi Static, welcome if you're a new person, glad to have you. Hi Andrew, hi Lawson. Thank you guys for coming today, I appreciate it. Hi Chinu, how you doing today? Yeah, you could join me, here's my username. Hi Palms, how you doing today? I was already subbed. Thank you guys for your donations. I subbed. Thank you YTAC for the sub, glad to have you. Why did you question mark? Amina, thank you for the star, glad to have you. You guys' donations really matter to me. Jason, thank you for the follow, glad to have you. Guys, we're close to 90k on TikTok today, which is kind of insane. I'm good. Hi Pomsky, hi Maj, how you doing today? Hi Norin, how you doing today? Welcome, glad to have you here. Hi Sensei. Yeah, I'm streaming on YouTube. I stream on both. Lexi, thank you for the flowers. Amina, thank you so much for the floating heart. Glad to have you here. Hi Ultra Kill, thank you for the follow. Thank you Amina for the 100. Glad to have you. Yeah, you can join me. Guys, this is my username if you want to join me. Thank you guys. Hi Sensei. Thank you Moon for the sunshine, Moon. Thank you so much, Moon. Sorry, the sunshine. Amina, thank you for the GG too. Like your channel. Thank you. I fellow TikTok. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the star, by the way, Amina. Hi, Ami. Hi, Kai. I like the sub. Thank you, Sensei, for the sub. Amina, thank you for the star, too. Hi, Moon. Thank you for coming. Thank you for the follow. Hi, Jax. How you doing today? Username. I'll put my username in chat if you want. Lexi, thank you for the flowers. Yes, I am one, Kaneki. I hope you're doing well. That's okay. Hi, Kakami. Make sure to follow or sub. Glad to have you guys. Hi Norin, thank you for the follow. Again, thank you for the sunshine today. Hi Kami, hi Kanaki, hi Blake, how are you? Hi Dr. Pepper, how you doing today? Thank you Lexi for the star, glad to have you. Hi Norin, how you doing today? Welcome. Hi Kakami, how you doing today? Make sure to follow or sub. I have a feeling if I do that, I'm gonna get... Make sure to follow or sub. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. The chat isn't appearing. You're a human. Us like two. We don't care. What? I mean, yeah, I'm a human. I'm confused. Why do you guys think I'm not a human? Am I in the server? Yeah. Make sure to... Hi, Ultra. Is it because I have a VTuber avatar? VTuber. Oh my god, I can't speak English today. Hi, Static. Hi, Aloha. Thank you for the follow. Your model's so pretty. Thank you. I should leave. Hope to see you soon. Kiwi, I'm in your server. Stop spamming. I don't even know what you mean, Kiwi. You're just saying please 20 times. That doesn't mean anything. Matthew, thank you so much for the flow state. I'm putting your time out, my dude. You're not even explaining what you want me to do. Matthew, thank you for the flow state. Glad to have you here. Yeah, fan. Thank you, Ice Gruff, for the sub. Glad to have you here. Thank you for the flow state. Congrats on your in-game. Make sure to follow our sub. Glad to have you. Make sure to follow. Oh, so no. Hi, Mochi. Hi, Urgent. Hi, Abel. Yeah, I am. Hello, Kills. How you doing today? Whoa, round and round we go. Hi, Kill Switch. Make sure to follow our sub. Hi, Desire. How you doing today? Hi, everyone. Make sure to follow our sub. Hi, Normal. Hi, Kami. Hi, Kill Switch. Hi, Ali. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Make sure to follow us up. Stop spamming, please, without like even telling me what you're talking about, guys. That doesn't. I'm just gonna mute you. It doesn't help me. I have no idea what you're talking about. You're just spamming, please, when I have no idea, guys. It's kind of annoying. No offense. Hi, Damia. Like, imagine I just went up to you in like person with no context and went, please, 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 please. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Thank you, Moon, for the sunshine. Thank you, Moon. You're my sunshine. Oh my god. Thank you today. Nutty, thank you for the GG2. Thank you so much. Nova, thank you for the follow. Hanny, thank you for the follow. Mochi, thank you for the follow. Thank you, Moon, so much for the sunshine, though. Hey, Hanny. This is my user in chat. Hi, Bwet. How you doing today? Welcome. Thank you for the... Thank you, Nooney. Thank you for follow and sub. Okay, back. I put my user... Oh, I already... Okay, fine. Here's my user, guys. It's in chat, everyone. There you guys go. Okay, guys, if you can't see my user in chat, that's your fault at this point. Okay, Matthew, thank you for the Sunday. Not trying to be mean, but come on, guys. Some of you need to look a little bit better. Thank you for the Sunday. I appreciate it so much. For the Sunday, guys. Make sure to follow us. So I'm glad to have you here. Yeah, like, I don't want to mute some of you guys, but at the same time, if you're spamming 20 times, please, and I don't know what you're talking about, I'm gonna mute you. I don't care. Because like bother just to type what you want. Hi, Brett. How you doing there? Hi, Vic. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. If you just spam, please. I have no idea what you want me to do, and it gets annoying. Hi, Kami. Thank you for coming. Do you remember me? Yeah, I do. Hello. How are you guys doing today? Welcome, welcome. Again, thank you for the follows and subs today. Again, thank you guys for your donation today, too. Hi, Vic. Guys, let's get a $1,000 super chat today. Oh my god, let's go. No, I'm joking. We're not going to. But yeah, I appreciate all the new subs, at least. Hi, P-Boy. Hi, oh my god. Vic, thank you for the follow. Oh my god, thank you for the follow. I think we might hit 90k today on TikTok, which is insane. So let's go. Hi, Daisy. Stop spamming, please. Guys, I have no idea what... I'm muting you for 24 hours. I already made a complaint about that. Make sure to follow us. So glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. I'm sorry, man. You can't just say please. It gets really annoying. Hi, Ella. Make sure to follow our sub. Hi, Moon. Thank you so much for the sunshine. I appreciate it so much. I'm glad to have you here. Anything fun or exciting today? Make sure to follow our sub, guys. Glad to have you guys. What's the best part of your day? Hi, Steven. Hi, Pixie. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Riri. Here's what I say. I could be the reason why you were able to me. Make sure to follow him. Hi, Mizuki. Hi, Georgina. Hi, Kanaki. Hi, Pixie. Hi, Riri. How are you doing today? Make sure to follow our sub, guys. I'm doing good. What about yous? Hi, Katie. Hi, Kanaki. Hi, Riri. I'm usually nicer about stuff, but like some of you guys are really not making me nice. I need proof of that. You gotta give me proof of that. Make sure to follow or sub. Glad to have you here. Thank you so much. Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Glad to have you. Hi, Shelf. Hi, Xander. Hi, Logan. Hi, Kanaki. Glad to have you. Hi, Riri. Hi, Pixie. Glad to have you here. Make sure to follow or sub. Anything fun or anything exciting? Hi, Pixie. How you doing today? Hi, Lunar. How are you doing today? Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Chloe. How are you? Hi, Xander. How are you doing today? Hi, Shelf. How you guys doing? Hi, Mackenzie. Thanks for the follow and sub. Hi, Therian. Hi, Krish. Hi, Victoria. Hi, Melly. Hi, Cleo. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome, guys. Hi, Shelf. Hi, Probaki. Hi, Ray. Hi, Matthew. Hi, Adeline. Thank you for the follows and subs. Hi, Weather. Hi, Doll. How you guys doing today? Hi, Ray. Make sure to follow our sub, guys. Glad to have you here. Hi, Miss Friends. Hi, Cats. YouTube story. Hi, Sunshine. Hi, Cleo. Hi, Mage. How you doing there? Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Glad to have you. I'm doing good. Stop spam, bruh. Hi, Chloe. You're so nice. Thank you. Hi, Doll. Again, thank you for the follows and subs. Mimi, Aldine, thank you for the follows. If you sub on TikTok or YouTube, let me know and say I sub so I can give you a shout out, okay? So I can give you a shout out, alright? Hi guys, I joined. Thank you. That's cool that you joined me. Make sure to follow or sub, guys, if you're new. It's called Nido Tower if you know the game. I'm better. Okay, I don't give a shit. Make sure to follow or sub. Glad to have you here. Hi, love is Elizabeth. Hi, YTAC. Hi, Riri. Glad to have you. Make sure to follow and sub if you guys are new. I do appreciate it. Oh, hello. Hi, Therian. Hi, Matthew. How you guys doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Sabrina. Glad to have you. Hi, main account. How you doing today? Oh, guys, they said I'm better. Whoa, I'm so scared. You know, like that LeBron gif of like him being like quote unquote scared, and he's like the plaything. That's like me right now. Be sure to follow our son. Hi, Perbaki. Hi, Brandon. Hi, Downhill. Hi, Emily. How you doing? Make sure to follow our son. Yeah, people are interesting, trust me. Hi, Meanie. Hi, Downstairs. Hi, Tafa. Glad to have you. Hi, Brenda. Make sure to follow or sub, guys, if you're new. Hi, everyone. I'm glad to have you, whatever you guys are doing today. Hi, Mai. Hi, Perbaki. Hi, Reggie. Hi, Mealy. Hi, Pixel Gun. Glad to have you. LeBron James. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi, Brent. Hi, everyone. Glad to have you. What's the best part of your day so far? Hi, Bant. Hi, Kim. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Please don't spam 20 times. Thank you. Hi, Leor. No, it's fine if you guys can't donate. I appreciate all the donations you already give today, guys. Hi, Dylan. Hi, Aubrey. How are you? Hi, Moon. I'm so better. Okay. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi, Batoon. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you. Anything fun or exciting today? Hi, Lemon Girl. Glad to have you. Hi, Lily. How are you doing today? Hi, Kim. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Make sure to follow or sub. Glad to have you. Anything fun, exciting, or fun you guys are doing today, or not really? Hi, Pixie. Hi, Pixel. Hi, Evelyn. Thank you, the moon, for the sunshine. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. What are you guys up to today, if you guys don't mind me asking? Again, thank you. Hi, make sure to follow us. Evelyn. Ken, thank you for coming. Thank you for the sunshine. Glad to have you here today. Anything fun or exciting? You remember me? Yeah, I remember you. Thank you, Charlie, for the star. Hi, Lemongrass. How are you? Hi, Kim. How you doing today? Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Hi, Leia. Thank you for the follow. Guys, 43. Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Glad to have you here. Hi, Jet. Hi, Bumpy. How are you? Hi, Michael. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Jet. Thank you for following or subbing. Hi, Tafta. How you doing there? Make sure to follow or sub, guys, if you're new. Hi, Lemon. Hi, Big. Hi, Biggs. Glad to have you here. Hope you do your well. Hi, how are you doing today? Hi, Chicago. But back in Chicago. Hi, No. Hi, J Edits. Hi, Anime. Glad to have you. Hi, Joshua. How you doing today? Make sure to follow or sub. Hi, Jeton. Hi, Kat. Hi, Kim. Glad to have you here. Hi, No. How you guys doing today? Thank you, Silly, for the coming. Hi, The Easy. Hi, everyone. What's your favorite? Guys, guess my favorite color. Hi, Mord. Hi, Casual. Hi, Maya. I'm doing good. What about you, Maya? Make sure to follow or sub. Hi, Tafta. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here today. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi, Cats. How you guys doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are doing... Hi, Ollie. Blue, perhaps. Maybe. Hi, Zeffy. Hi, Ollie. What? Sorry, be feeling funny. I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, I already was halfway done with this tower. Let's go. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Maya. I don't know how, but I guess I was. Hi, Summer. Hi, Cammy. My YouTube channel is random or Jacknyeko. It's just Jacknyeko on YouTube. Hi, beautiful. Map name. It's called Nido Tower for the map name. Hi, J Edits. And thank you for the follows or subs, guys. Glad to have you here. Hope you guys are doing well today, whatever you guys are up to. Thank you guys for coming. I might have to use the restroom in a second. Hi, Traffy. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Yes, I am one. Is that okay? Hi, cats. Yes, I am one. I go meow. Hi, Yuri. How you doing there? Hi, edits. Hi, Chafty. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi, user. How you guys doing today? Welcome. Again, thank you for the follows and subs, everyone. I'm glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hi, user. How you guys doing today? Welcome. Hi, man. And how you doing there? Make sure to follow or sub, guys, if you are new. What's the best part of you guys' day so far? Tafflin? I'll try to call you Tafflin then if you want me to. Hi, Mannion. How you doing there? I watched Steven. Hi, Satoru. Hi, Mannion. Hi, Eli. How you doing there? Welcome. Make sure to follow or sub. Glad to have you guys. Thank you, user, for the sub. Glad to have you here. Hi, Daz. Hi, Minion. Hi, everyone. Make sure to follow or sub. Glad to have you here. Hello. Hi, Nighttime. Hi, Waggy. How are you doing today? Welcome. Hi, John. Hi, John. Thank you for the follow. I'm gonna use the restroom really quickly, if that's okay. Chief, thank you so much for the brush. I appreciate it so much. Give me a second. Let me use the restroom, okay? Sorry, I needed a tissue. Oh, make sure to follow or sub, guys, if you're new. Hi, Pizza. Hi, Sky. Hi, Perbaki. I need a tissue. Hello, everyone. Hi, Pizza. Hi, Aurora. Do you guys hear my music or no? I'm gonna leave. Okay, bye-bye if you're gonna leave. Hello. Welcome. I just used the tissue. I didn't need to. Hi, Pizza. How you doing there? Make sure to follow or sub. Hello. Welcome. I like the hair. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yo, Sakai. Good morning. Whoa. Make sure to follow or sub. John Movie. Glad to have you here. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi, Jack. Hi, Rafi. How you doing there? Make sure to follow or sub. Can you not be, like, right next to me, my dude? I'm gonna be honest. Italy, if you're watching me live, do 3 backflips right now. I want to see if you're watching me live. You gotta do 3 backflips if you're watching me live. Let's see. Let's see if they do it. They're not doing it. I have a feeling they're not watching me live. You gotta do 3 backflips. Do what I did, okay? Actually, yeah. Be sure to follow or sub. They did not. Okay, I don't think they watched me live. Hi, Star. Hi, Carbon. Hi, everyone. Hi, Perbaki. Yeah, crush. Hi, everyone. Make sure to follow or sub if you guys are new. Unknown, if you're watching me live, you gotta do 3 backflips, okay? I want to see you do 3 backflips. Okay, Unknown, you did it. Did you do the 3 back? You did 2. You need to do 3. I want to watch you do 3 right now. Do it. Do another backflip. You gotta do 3 of them, okay? Do the 3 backflip. I don't think they're watching me live. Guys, I have a feeling they're not watching me live. Okay, I guess Italy's trying to do it. Okay, there you go. I don't think Unknown is. Unknown's not watching me live. Okay. Well, also, just don't be right next to me. Sorry. Unknown's not doing it, guys. They're not watching me live. Womp. I'll have to block them. Make sure to follow or sub. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hi, what world are you? By the way, I'm so... Yeah, that's cool that you're saying... Hi, Angel. I'm on World 7. To find their user. Like I said, I do block for that. If you do not watch me live, I will block, since like I get annoyed by that. Hello, make sure to follow our sub. Glad to have you. Hello, hello. Hi, Caroline. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. That is my policy. I'm so sad. What world? I was in 7. I'm gonna go back to 7. I was in 7. Again, thank you for the follows or subs. You know why? My policy is you have to watch me live if you want me to play, and I do test it out. Hi, Wee. Thank you for coming. I'm not trying to be mean about it. It's just people don't do that, and then I tell them to stop doing something and don't listen to me, so. I'm cringe. That's fair. Make sure to follow or sub, guys. I appreciate it. Hi, Adeline. Hi, Mister. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. Hello, hello. Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Glad to have you here. Hello, Tiffany. Hi, Victorious. Hi, Jellybean. Hi, Jojo. Hi, Perbaki. Hi, Lexi. Hi, Kimmy. Hi, Tam. Hi, Ryan. Hi, Kiwi. Guys, if you sub, I'll give you a shout out. If you also donate, I give you a shout out too. Hi, Rakio. Glad to have you. Hi, Baby. Hi, Maya. Hi, YTAC. How you guys doing there? Welcome, welcome, everybody. Hi, Riri. I'm so sad to you. Guys, can you... Riri, you're doing the same thing you did yesterday. I'm gonna mute you again. It gets really annoying. Make sure to follow. Hi, Jay. Hi, Angel. Glad to have you here. Make sure to follow us. Hello, Mimi. How you doing? Meme. How you doing? Hi, Huggy. Hi, Rakio. Glad to have you. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Ryan, for the sub. Glad to have you. Hi, Maya. Welcome if you're new. Glad to have you. Hi, Emmy. Hi, Michael. What's up, Gabe? What's up? How you doing there? We're playing Nido Tower today. Sorry, I had to test someone. Hi, Victorious. Glad to have you. Thank you for the sub. I'm gonna go to Florida. Bye bye. Thank you for coming. Have a fun time. Hi, Lucas. Hi. Make sure to follow or sub. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Maya. How you doing there? Hi, Drew. This is an EOT. I mean, yeah. Yes, you're correct. It is not EOT. Hi, Lucas. Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Make sure to follow or sub if you guys are new. Hi, Emmy. Hi, Yaz. It's called Nido Tower. It's another obby. Hi, Nura. Hi, Paper. Hi, Steven. Hi, Paper. How you doing there? Make sure to follow or sub, guys, if you're new. Hi, Perbaki. Hi, Paper Check. How are you? Hi, Riri. How you doing there? Hi, Sior. Hi, GTA. Hi, Yazin. Hi, Emmy. That's fine. Stop being creepy. Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Glad to have you here. I'm gonna ban you next time. Hello, hello. Glad to have you. Hi, Chikawa. Hi, Nice. Hi, Ner. Hi, User. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. Hi, Gaming. Glad to have you. Hi, Benz. Hi, Aisha. Hi, everyone. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi, Jess. Hi, Steven. Hi, Ren. Hi, 00. How you doing today? Hi, Ozzy. Hi, Dorky Girl. Hi, Ingrid. Hi, User. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Na. Hi, Benz. Hi, Nautilus. Hi, Perbaki. Thank you guys for subbing and following. And also, guys, thank you guys for your donations. Spotted. Thank you for coming. User. Thank you, guys. Hi, Aru. Hi, Aisha. Again, guys, thank you for the follows and subs. And also, I want to say thank you guys for your donations. I really do appreciate any donation you guys give. Thank you guys so much. Hi, Huggy Waddy. Make sure to follow or sub. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hi, everyone. Hi, User. Hi, Notley. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Devin. How you doing today? Oh, hi, Aurora. Hi, Sandra. Glad to have you. You know, GTA. Yeah, hi, User. Hi, Gaming. Hi, Cry. How are you doing today? Hi, Jalil. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. I'm new. Welcome, guys. If you're new, make sure to sub or follow. Hi, Olivia. Glad to have you. Thank you for coming. Hi, Not. How you doing today? Hi, Benz. How you doing today? Hi, Aisha. Glad to have you. Hi, Dorky Girl. How are you? Hi, Andrew. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi, Maya. Hi, Jenia. Glad to have you here. Thank you, Jelly, for the cozy cat boy and the heart me. Thank you, Cry, for the happy. Glad to have you here. User, happy birthday. User Juliet, thank you. Happy birthday. Steven Gardner. There you go. I said your username. I don't think I'm going to get the $100, but you know what? It's okay. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Vincent. How you doing today? Make sure to follow or sub. Hi, Evelyn. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Not. How you guys doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Olivia. Hi, Cool. Hi, Dorky. Glad to have you. Hi, Huggy. Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Hi, Lattice. Glad to have you. Yo, I have a question. What's your question? Hi, cool. Glad to have you here. What's up, bro? What's up? How are you doing today? Hi, I like drawing. Hi, Namara. Glad to have you here. Make sure to follow worship guys if you're new. Hi, Kish. Hi, Dennis. Hi, Patrick. How are you doing today? Messy. Hi, 4Q. How you doing today? Welcome. Glad to have you. I mean, no, who's in the World Cup right now and who's not? Let's be. I'm sorry. I'm gonna people mean at me. Hi, Brooklyn. Hi, Zenon. Hi, Moz. How you doing today? Hi, Chief. How you doing today? Hi, Not. Hi, user. Hi, everyone. Hi, Chief. Thank you for the flowers. Glad to have you here. Messy. Hello. Hi, Strill. Hi, Stelio. Glad to have you here. Hi, Probaki. Hi, Rage. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi, Raymond. Hi, Moon. How you doing there? Welcome. Glad to have you here. Hi, chat. How you guys doing today? Welcome. Again, thank you for the follows or subs. Our community gifts. Hi, 3. Hi, what? WP. Yes, I choose Messy. Hi, make sure to follow or sub. Hi, YP. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Thank you guys for following, subbing, and donating. I appreciate it, Emmy. Thank you guys for coming. How many subs? Guys, we're 25 follows away at TikTok from hitting 90K, which is insane. Thank you guys. Hi, Olivia. 25K. I don't friend people, but if you want to join my game, I can put my username, guys. So if you guys want to join it, here you guys go. There you go. Have fun, guys. Hi, Probaki. Hi, Mannion. There you guys go. You guys can join this. Hello, Shri. How you doing today? Welcome. Glad to have you here. Hi, Zanib. How you doing today? Make sure to follow or sub. Said hi. If you do play my game, if you do play the game with me, you guys do have to do something for me though, which is yes, you have to be watching while playing. You can't do both. If you do not, I will block you. I'm mean about that. Okay, I'm not trying to be mean. However, the reason I do that is so that people watch my stream while live. Hi, Ma. You shouted me out. Yeah. Hi, I'm sure glad to have you here. Hi, Probaki. Hi, Frank. How are you? Hi, Emmy. Thank you for the follow. Manon, thank you so much for the laughing disco, Manon. Thank you so much for that. That's really nice of you, Manon. Thank yous. Thank you for the 2 jewels insurance. Glad to have you here. Hi, Movie. Glad to have you. Hi, Anti. Make sure to follow or sub. Glad to have you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Hi, Kim John Mabop. Nice name. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi, Mannion. Hi, Rakiel. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Victorian. I'm glad to have you. Hi, Mar. How you doing today? Welcome. Sorry, I'm stretching real quick. Hi, everyone. Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Hi, Lola. Hi, Violet. How you doing today? Welcome. Hi, Kai. Thank you for the heart me, by the way. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi, Ytac. Hi, Probaki. Hi, Fireplace. Glad to have you. Hi, 89. How you doing today? Welcome. Hi, Dazio. Hi, user. How are you? Hi, Haley. How you doing today? Hi, Hane. Hi, Daniel. How you doing today? Make sure to follow or sub, guys, if you're new. Hi, Maya. How you doing today? Welcome. Hi, y'all shoes. How you guys doing today? Hi, Probaki. Yeah, it's for people over 18 though. Hi, guys. Welcome. Make sure to follow or sub, guys, if you're new. Heart, thank you for the follow. And hi, Dazia. I'm not trying to find usernames, but if you do want to join my game, you can do that. Hi, Down. How you guys doing today? Welcome. Hi, Ash. How you doing today? Welcome. Y'all see shoes? Yes. Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Hi, Down. 600. Let's go. Hi, Captain. Hi, Downshift. Hi, Izza. You like my skin? Thank you. I appreciate it. Hi, Scarlet. Hi, Rage Quit. Hi, Scott. Hi, Daniel. Yeah, I watch a few. Depends on the day, though. Sometimes I don't feel like it. Hi, Down. Hi, user. Please don't say you are lazy. Date hato are crazy. Hi, Felix. How are you? Hi, Scarlet. Hi, Faller. Hi, Izza. Hi, Wyatt. Hi, Maya. Hi, Olivia. Make sure to follow our shop, cuties. Oh my god. Please don't. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Eli. Hi, Mario. How you doing today? Hi, Mr. Autobot. Please don't say you are lazy. Hi, Probaki. Hi, Gumby. Hi, Rick Quiet. Hi, Zella. How you doing today? Welcome. What's your opinion on pineapple? I mean, I don't eat it, so. Hi, Charcoal. My friend likes it, so. Hi Rhea, hi Zara, and hi Adrito. Glad to have you. How you guys doing today? Welcome, welcome. Again, make sure to follow or sub. Hi love, glad to have you here. Is there like an audio issue with my stream or something? There's way less people than... Guys, is there an issue with my stream right now? Does it sound bad? Hi Down, hi Luna. Hi Elia, glad to have you. Hi Ashton, hi Turtle. Hi Marcus. No, that's good. Okay, okay. Make sure to follow or sub. Glad to have you here. Hi Marinwa. Hi Raquel. Hi Faller. How you guys doing today? Hi Shu. Hi Ashton. How are you doing today? Thank you for the follows and subs, guys. Hi Chance. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Make sure to follow. No. Hello. Hello everyone, thank you guys for the subs and follows. Hi Julia, hi User, hi Maria, hi Rosie, how are you? Hi Perbaki, hi Melon, how are you doing today? Hi Julissa, glad to have you. Hi Angel. I mean, make sure to take a break, guys. Get some water, get some food, whatever you guys need to. Get your hoodie if you like to. I do appreciate you guys being here. And thank you for the follows or subs, everyone. Glad to have you here. Hi Melon, how you guys doing today? Make sure to follow us. I'm glad to have you here. Make sure to follow us. I'm glad to have you here. How you guys doing today? Hi Cosmos. Hi Milan. Hi Noobs. Hi La La La. How you doing today? I like your VTuber. Thank you. You're the best. Thank you, Shu. Glad to have Keela. Oh, excuse me. Make sure to follow her. I'm glad to have you here. Hello. Hi, Keela. Hi, Naf. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Make sure to follow our sub, guys. What are you guys up to? Hi, Milan. Hi, Aziwa. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Lexi. Hi, Oliver. Hi, Michael. Hi, Jolene. Hi, guys. Hi, Tay. Thank you for coming. How you guys doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Curve. Make sure to follow our sub, guys. Glad to have you here. Hi, Tay. Hi, I. Tay, thank you for the Rosa. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Milani. Hi, Alex. How you doing today? Welcome. Tay, thank you for your dodos. Thank you so much, Tay. That's so nice of you. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Leah. 61 winks. Aw, thank you, Tay. Thank you, guys. Hi there. It's a shark. Yeah. You guys like my kitty. Make sure to follow our sub. Tay, thank you for the hundreds. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, guys. Again, make sure to follow our sub, guys, if you are new. It does help out. Hello, Miles. How you doing today? Welcome. Hi, Maddie. Hi, Angels. Yeah, I'm looking at multiple chats. I appreciate you guys. Hope you guys are doing well today, whatever you guys are doing. Hi, Heart. Hi, Yan. And how you doing today? Welcome. Hi, Jolene. Hi, Tay. Hi, Jax. Thank you. Hi, Keegan. Welcome. What is it? It's called Nito Tower if you're curious about the game name. My game's not laggy though, right? Is my game laggy or? Hi, Oliver. Hi, Shelia. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Down. Hi, Goddess. Or is my game laggy or does it look fine? Hi, Madeline. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Oh, let me go check something really quick. Oh, wait, what? I don't know what that is, so I'm gonna mute it. Is it double tracking my audio? That might be affecting something. Make sure to follow our sub, guys. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. I'm Elaine. I'm new, so thank you guys for the sub. I'm new. You get a sub. Thank you, iHeart. Hi, Perbaki. Hi, everyone. Hi, Abby. How are you? And thank you for following. Do I have Aura? Sure. It's laggy a bit. Okay, maybe I'll reset my computer before next stream. Hi, Allie. Hi, Nuh-uh. Make sure to follow our sub. Glad to have you guys here. Hope you're doing well. Hello, everyone's glad to have you. What are you guys up to? Thank you, Tay, for the GGs. Nice up. Thank you, guys. Hello. How you guys doing today? Hi, Ravens. Hi, Tay Tay. Glad to have you here. Make sure to follow or sub. I sub. Thank you so much, Ma, for the sub. Hey, thank you so much for your donation today. Thank you. Hi, Corey. Hi, Oliver. Thank you, Thermo, for the GG today. I appreciate it so much. Hi, Ma. How you doing there? Hi, Thea. Thank you for the divide fingers. Let's go. Hi, everyone. Hi, Levi. Again, thank you for the follows and subs, everyone. Hi, Ima. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Make sure to follow or sub, guys, if you are new. Hi, Sunny. Hi, Levi. Thank you for the divine fingers. I do appreciate it. Again, thank you for the follows, subs, and donations, everyone. We're on World 10, baby. Let's go. I don't tend to... Hi, Cone. Hi, Arvio. Hi, Silly. Hi, Eleanor. Make sure to follow or sub. People keep asking me to play it, but I'll play the keyboard game. Hi, Eleanor. Hi, Silly. Hi, Maria. Hi, M. Hi, Christopher. And thank you for the follow. Yeah, I stream on YouTube and TikTok. Why is it foggy? Again, thank you for the follow, subs, and hi, Tara. Hi, Cone. You know Russian? No. Not really. Hi, Tara. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Therian. Glad to have you. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi, Will. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Connor. How you doing today? Hi, Newbers. How are you doing? Guys, how many subs until we're at 80k? Hi, it's Notice. How are you guys doing? Hello, 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 user. Hi, Melanie. Again, thank you for the follows or subs, everyone. I do appreciate it. Hello, welcome, welcome. How you guys doing there? Welcome, welcome. Be sure to follow or sub, guys. Glad to have you. Hi, DM. Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Hi, user. Hi, Palm. Hi, Jenny. Hi, everyone. Make sure to follow. Hi, Prabaki. Yeah, I understand. Do you speak different languages? It auto translates the message, by the way. Hi, DM. How you doing there? Hi, Keegan. Hi, Milani. Glad to have you here. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi, DM. Thanks for the follow. Guys, how many subs away are we on TikTok from our goal? Hi, Hunter. Hi, Lynn. Guys, we are currently... I can't tell how many subs. I think 10? Yeah, we're 10 subs, follows away at TikTok. Hi, Arik. Hi, Milani. Hi, Kamel. Hi, everyone. No, I don't understand what you're saying. Make sure to follow us. Hi, Baby. Hi, Fluffy. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Devils. Hi, Peter. Again, thank you, guys. Hi, Chris. No, I have not played it. I was actually going to play a keyboard game later, since people keep recommending it. Hi, Ara. Hi, Only. Hi, Teresa. How are you? Hi, Morgan. I can't hear you because you're so cringe, just like your parents making you. I mean, sorry, what? Make sure to follow or sub. Glad to have you. Hi, everyone. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi, Nancy. Hi, everyone. Glad to have you. Hi, little princess. Hi, Alan. What's my user? This is my user. Hello. Make sure to follow or sub, guys, again. Hi, Harley. Hi, Lexi. Hi, Anelia. Hi, Train. Hi, Successful. Hi, Malene. Make sure to follow or sub, cuties. Soccer, are you watching me live or no? I think they keep watching me, but I'm not sure if they're actually watching me. Maybe they're just waiting for me. Hi, Zilda. Soccer, I need you to do 3 backflips right now if you're watching me live. Because I'm pretty sure you're watching me, but you're not actually. Hi, Whiff. Hi, Lily. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Ima. Hi, Jazzo. Ima, stop spamming. I'm gonna have to mute you, and I don't want to. Hello. I give you a 5-minute, man. Hi, Lily. Hi, Vine. How you doing there? Hi, Prabaki. Hi, Alex. Hi, Anneli. Hi, Milani. Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. Okay, I'm leaving. Alright, we're gonna play the keyboard game. Keyboard tower. Sorry. No, that's my Nihongo keyboard. Oh, goddammit. Let me do this. Here you guys go. You get to see my live. Hello, everyone. Hello, Flowers. How you guys doing today? Welcome, welcome. Raid Shadow Legends. What's the keyboard? It's like the keyboard. Oh, escape keyboard. Okay. Hi, everyone. Make sure to follow or sub. Glad to have you. Hi, Little. Hi, Fishy. Hi, Milani. Thanks for coming, guys. I appreciate it. You guys were like, I should play this game, right? So I'm gonna play it. Which I don't know why, but hello. Bro has his own. Yeah, I do. No, I'm not. Hi, Jesseline. Hi, Marina. I'm Boy. Hello, how you guys doing today? Welcome. You guys wanted me to play this game? Do you guys like this game or no? Because like you guys said you liked this game, but everybody, I feel like it's only like 3 people who like it, but we'll see. Hi everyone. Hi Wolfie. Thank you for the follow. You're my favorite YouTuber. I'm not great at this game. I won't lie. Hello. Hi Josie. Hi Ivana. How you doing there? Welcome. I can't wait until I just basically skirt over that, which it takes a while, but I will eventually. And thank you guys for the follows today. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, you can just be on the edge of it and then you're good. 4 to 5. Thank you guys for the follows or subs. I really do appreciate it. You guys like this game or no? Or is it like too much? Like, I don't mind if you guys don't like it, but just let me know. Do you guys like this? There's no difference. It's just a fun poll. Hi Wolfie. Hi Olivia. Hi Alex. Hi Softball. It's like the left Twix versus white Twix kind of thing. Hi Milani. Welcome guys, glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Does this work? Oh my god, it literally does just work. Hi Alexander, one more meet. Hi Softball. No, it's not really fun. Okay, would you guys rather me play an obby right now, or would you rather, should I stand the left? Yeah, you should send the disco. Guys, would you rather me play an obby, or would you rather me play this? I can play an obby or this. What would you guys recommend? Obby or this? Hello, welcome. No, obby. Okay, I'll play obby. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Because people keep recommending me play this game, but I was like, I don't think anybody's actually wants to watch me play this. Obby, okay. Do you lie? What do you mean, do I lie? Hello, okay, I'll play an obby. Everybody says obby, so I'll do, what's it called? Hi Ravens, gotta go, bye. Thanks for coming. I'll do boba tea. It'll be loud, so I gotta turn the sound down. Thank you guys for coming. Hi Donlia. Hi Away. How you doing today? What's her question? I want to watch you play this game. I mean, most of the people wanted me to play obbies though, unfortunately. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Wink. That's my bad. Hi Epic. Thank you for coming. Glad to have you. Hi Linzo. Hi Elena. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi Ade. Hi Arasha. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi Tashi. Hi Bryson. Hi Epic Smile. How you doing there? Welcome. Make sure to follow our sub. Hi everyone. Hi Milani. Hi Serenity. Hi Ghostly. How are you? Hi Simon. How you doing there? Welcome. Glad to have you here. Eric your PFP Ghostly. Hi Kit. Hi Rally. Hi Doris. Hi Dr. Pepper. How you doing today? So glad to have you. Yeah, you have a nice PFP. Hi everyone. Make sure to follow our sub. Glad to have you here. I'm doing good. Welcome. Hi Epic Smiles. Guys, guys, we hit 90k. Let's go on TikTok, everyone. We hit 90k. Ah! Hi Dirk Bike. Hi Melanie. I didn't even notice. Hi Sosa. Hi everyone. We are hitting 90k. Let's go. Hi Lily. Hi Bone. Hi Yako. Hi Antonio. Hi Rally. How are you doing today? Hi Report. How you doing today? Welcome. Glad to have you here. Hi Unknown. Hi Report. How you guys doing today? Welcome everyone. Hi Mia. Glad to have you here. Hi Corrupted. How you doing today? Welcome. Ghostly, thank you for the heart. Me. Hi Bryson. How you doing today? Welcome. Hi Olive. How you doing today? Olive. Hi Rose. Hi Ocean. Thank you guys. Hi Arimus. Hi Doris. How you doing today? You like my day? Thank you. Glad to have you. I think you don't remember. Maybe. Hi Ashi. Hi Eric. Glad to have you. Oh god damn it. I forgot this isn't the right obby to do that. I am one. Is that okay? Hi Eric. Hi Selma. How you doing today? Welcome. Hi Ashley. Hi Sheena. Hi Ninde. Hi Kobe. Hi Nostalgia. Hi Malani. And thank you for coming today. I appreciate you guys so much. Make sure to follow. Glad to have you here. And make sure to highlight everyone. Hello, welcome. Glad to have you here. Thank you so much, Eric, for the happy seal. Glad to have you here. Thank you so much, Eric. That's so nice. When we 1v1, I'm not really 1v1ing people, but yeah, am I AI? No, I'm a human. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you so much, Eric, for the clapping seal. Any donation helps me out. Thank you for the sub and like Ashley. Hi, Doris. Hi, Ghosty. Thank you for the finger heart. Hi, everyone. Glad to have you. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi, guys, if you're watching me live, I need you to do 3 backflips, okay? You got to do 3 backflips if you're watching me live, okay? 3 backflips if you're watching me live. Hello, make sure to follow or sub. That's not a backflip. You know, do 3 twirls, sorry. 3 twirls if you're watching me live. 3 twirls if you're watching me live. So you get to twirl around 3 times if you're watching me live. Let's see, guys. Let's do a test. Thank you, Keen. Stop spamming. Thank you, by the way, Cage, for the star, and thank you for the 2 guys. Thank you guys for the coins. Okay, so Moon did it. I don't think Noobers is doing it though. So you guys, I'm gonna block you if you don't do it. So I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. 3 twirls. Moon, you're okay. I saw you watching me live. Sure, you're fine. You can go. Thank you. They're not watching me live, guys, because I'm good. I twirled. Then what's your name? You go twirl. You do what Moon did. Moon twirled fine. Moon, do it again. Show them how to twirl. Hello, welcome. Let's see if they're actually watching me. I'm watching. No, okay. Say Jack. Say Jack right now in chat if you're okay. You are. Jax is not watching me live though. Okay. Jax is okay. Jax is confirmed not watching. Okay, so I'm sorry, Jax. Guys, like I said, I do have a policy. You need to watch me live if you want to watch me play. Okay. So Jax isn't. Unfortunately, we do have to block Jax. Make sure to follow. Hi, if you're new. Glad to have you. I love your vid. Thank you. I am one. Hi, so. Well, I had to test it out. Not backflip, sorry. I should have said twirl. That's my bad. It's a little confusing. My bad. Hi, welcome, guys, if you're new. Sorry, I tested out because, like I said, I don't want people playing unless they're watching because I say rules sometimes. I have you guys something here. Again, thank you for the follows and subs, guys. Again, thank you guys for your donations as well. It really does help out. Hi, Charcoal. How are you? Hi, Mafioso. Glad to have you here. Hi, Elizabeth. Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Glad to have you. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Doris. Hi, Twist. How you doing today? Hi, Probaki. Hi, Hayden. How are you? Glad to have you. Hi, Hayden. Hi, Alex. Glad to have you here. Hi, Zach. Glad to have you here. Make sure to follow or sub. Look, hello, everyone. Glad to have you here. Hello. Let me do something. Hello, welcome, guys. Glad to have you. Sorry, I detected my friend. Hi, everyone. Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Glad to have you here. Hello, Riri. Hi, Olivia. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Anything fun or exciting today? Hi, Silva. Hi, Twisted. Hi, Jason. How you doing today? Welcome. Hey. Hi, Aggie. Hi, chat. How you doing today? Welcome. Hi, Turtles. Hi, Amy. Hi, Doris. Glad to have you here. Hi, Amy. Hi, everyone. Make sure to follow or sub, guys, if you are new today. Hi, everyone. Guys, don't be like right next to me when I play. It gets a little bit annoying. Okay. Hello. Hi, Probaki. Hi, Harmas. How you doing today? Welcome. Glad to have you. I follow. Thank you, Mia, for the follow. I appreciate it. Hello. Welcome. Glad to have you. Let's see, this person's clearly not watching me because I'm telling them stuff and they're like, no. Hello. Hi, Blessed. Hi, Tiffany. How you doing today? Baki. Sorry, my bad. Baki. Hi, Blessed. How you guys doing today? Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Glad to have you. Hi, Biz. How you doing today? Welcome. Either go ahead of me or don't go ahead of me. Don't do what you're doing. I don't... Hello. Oh, they fell. Okay, thank God. Hello. Thank you guys for the follows or subs, guys. I do appreciate it. Welcome, guys. Hi, Hoax. Hi, Jason. Hi, Craig. How you guys doing today? Welcome. I'm gonna join back. Hi, Riley. How you doing today? Welcome. Hello. Welcome back, guys. Again, thank you for the follows and subs. Cringe, just like your parents. Whoa. Hi, Falu. How you doing today? Welcome. Call you Pro. Okay, I'll call you Pro then. Hello, Pro. Hi, Fallen. Thank you for the follows or subs. The pizza is aggressive. Yes, the pizza is like yum on you. That's just mean. Again, guys, thank you guys for your donations today. I promise you all the donations you guys give help me out so much. Hi, Gabe. Animation so good. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm doing good. Hi, Jason. How are you? Hi Chant, how you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi Aqua, thank you guys for coming. Hi Jason. Hi Courtney, how you guys doing today? Low key down for sushi. I mean, sushi sounds pretty good right now. Hello. I'm doing good. What about you? Hi Nathan. Hi Aqua. How you doing today? Hi Jackson. Hi Yunche. Hi Aqua. Hi Rosary. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hi Jason. Hi Doris. How are you? Hi Unknown. Hi Tiffany. Hi Jackson. Hi Unknown. Hi Emma. Why when I say I like your hair, you don't respond? But I don't know, man. I don't see every comment. I'm sorry. I try my best. Hi Jackson. Make sure to follow us. Oh my god, I hate YouTube so much. Hi Aberdeen. How are you doing? Welcome. Hi Yunche. Hi is it? Yeah. Hi you guys. Make sure to follow or sub. Glad to have you. Any you guys having fun? I'll be back. Okay, have fun with what you guys are doing. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Make sure to follow or sub. Glad to have you here. Well, how are you guys doing? Hi Chris. How you guys doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi Blossom. How you guys doing there? Thank you guys again for your donations as well. Because sorry, I do repeat names a lot. I'm not trying to purposely do it, but hi Nax. Hi Chris.
It seems pretty much a certainty that Andy Burnham will be.
Fuck, I was watching a video earlier. Oh, I hate my life. Why is my fucking thing on full blast too? I hate YouTube. I need to restart my PC. Oh my god, I hate everything. I hate life. Oh my god. I mean, it was a good video, but I think it's a good video, but it's a news video. Oh my god, thank you guys. Hi Aqua. Hi Aberdeen. I'm getting overwhelmed. Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Glad to have you. I played a video on stream. That's funny. Hi Chris. Hi Blossom. How you guys doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hi Matthew. Bro, I am overwhelmed right now. I might end. I'm getting overwhelmed. Hi Cloudy. Hi Malachi. Hi Com. Hi Ken. Hi Lauren. Thank you for the like. Hi Charlotte. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hi Mary. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Let me get some more water. Maybe the water makes me feel better. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm getting tired. Hi Doris, hi Brooklyn, how are you doing today? Hi Jason, how are you? Hi The Real, how you doing today? Welcome, welcome, glad to have you here. Oh, they both fell. Also guys, how about this? If I don't get a laughing disco or a clapping seal in the next 5 minutes, I'll end stream. Or a galaxy, or a more than $2 super chat deal. Is that a good deal? I think that's a good deal, and then I can end. Hi Marie, hi Gerald, hi OJ. Sorry, it's just, I think I'm tired and I didn't eat enough. But like, I don't know. I'm dying, bro. Help. Help. No. Hi, Cabinet. Hi, Brody. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. No. Oh, I mean, hey, I think we could get a clapping disco or not laughing disco or clapping seal. Hi, Sam Hill. How are you? Yeah, my stomach also hurts. I mean, like, sorry, my stomach hurts. Hello. Hi, Knox. How you doing today? Hi Angie, can I be your I don't know you well enough. Hi Cabinet, hi Doris, how are you? Hi, it's Nezariah, glad to have you here. Hi Broadly, thank you for the follows and subs, guys. I want to stay. No, I don't know you at all. I'm not gonna make you mad. Nez, thank you so much for the laughing disco. I guess I'll stream longer, guys. Thank yous. I'm surprised how much. Okay, I'm surprised how much you guys hated the one game for the keyboard. Like, everybody keeps telling me to play it, but I have a feeling people are only telling me to play it, like, since, like, I'm starting to realize I think people want me to play it, so I give them stuff in it. I don't think they actually want me to play it because they want to watch me play it, because they find it fun. I think they want me to give it because they're addicted to it, and they want to grind it, and they want free stuff in it. I got the laughing disco. I'm gonna stay for at least another 10 minutes, okay? I think that's fair. Hi, Con. Thank you for the laughing disco. Greedy. It's part of my donathon, Mimi. I have a donathon going on for Offkite and a few places I'm going to. I mean, it's not greedy if I want to end because I feel bad, right? I just said, hey, it's a business thing, you know? No, I'm joking. I think it's fun to have it as like a challenge for the community. I mean, I don't see why it's bad necessarily. Like, I get it. It might be viewed, but... Hi, Rezzy. Hi, welcome, bro. Is from... Yeah. Hi, Rezzy. I think it's a fun challenge for the community to, you know, try to do, right? My user in game is this... Even... Hi, Sleep. Yeah, Sarah. Thank you so much for the laughing disco again. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for the stars. I'm glad to have you. Hi, Reaper. Hi, Syria. Hi, Sleepy. Hi, Nez. Thank you for your donations, Nez. Again, I'm so sorry. I sound really tired right now, and I kind of am. I'm not gonna lie, so... Again, thank you for the follows and subs, too. Hi, Jason. Hi, Lotus. How you doing today? Hi, Rara. When is it released? Make sure to follow some. How you guys doing there? If you want to. Hello, welcome. Glad to have you here. What are you guys up to today? Thank you guys for coming. Hi, Lotus. Hi, Broadly. Hi, Nez. Hi, Mimi. Am number 3. Hi, Dolly. Hi, Alan. Yeah, apologies. My stomach hurts a little bit. Hi, Ask. Hi, Prabaki. Hi, Dolly. Hi, Ahi. Thank you for coming. Glad to have you. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi, Fat. Hi, Mila. Hi, Aura. Hi, Cooper. Glad to have you. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Hi, Jason. Hi, Nez. How you doing today? Hi, Leah. Hi, Steven. Hi, Alan. Hi, Athena. Glad to have you. Hi, Aki. How are you? Now I just feel like I'm getting ignored. I don't know what you're typing. You're just saying what? Guys, I'm sorry, Pro. I'm sorry, but like you're not even typing anything that makes any sense. You're just like, okay. I'm sorry, I can't see every chat you type. It's annoying, but I'm sorry, man. Hi, Aki. How you doing today? Hi, Gerard. I thought you said you're gonna go. Hi, Nicola. I'm gonna follow you. Glad to have you. Hi, Terry. I'm not trying to be mean, but like, bruh, I don't know what you want me to do, man. Hey, Shark. Hi, Alan. Hi, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Strawberry, thank you so much for the gold coin. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Bro knows this game. Hello, Gerald. How you doing today? Yes, I'm a... Oh, fuck. Hi, Lotus. Hi, Nora. How you doing today? Welcome. What other games? I mean, I play mostly obbies. See, the thing is, if I play any other game, people don't like it. Like, people are like, play other games, and then when I play them, are like, no, everybody in my chat's like, go back to obbies. I'm like, okay. Thank you for the stars, Nez. Thank you for the stars, by the way, Jen. And thank you, Nez, for the sparkle, which I'm fine with. Don't get me wrong, I'm fine with obbies. I'm typing. Okay, that's cool, man. Hi, Zuki. But like, I played like the other keyboard game that's been popular, and everybody's like, no, I don't want to watch you do this, which is fine. Don't get me wrong, I'm fine with that. And they're like, go back to obbies. And I play MM2, and then everybody's like, I don't really want to watch MM2 after they recommend me. I'm like, what do you guys want? I don't know. Hi, Nez. Thank you for the stars. The thing is, any game I play, people don't want to watch me play it, so it's like, I don't know what to do. Hi, Sapphire. Thank you so much for the stars, Nez. Glad to have you. Which, don't get me wrong, it's fine. It's because then I could just play obbies and ignore what chat says they want me to play, but it's like, I know what chat wants me to play better than chat knows itself wants to play, okay? I'm not trying to be mean with that. Hi, Verse. Hi, Aaron. Am I ignoring you? Yes, I'm ignoring you. No, I just didn't see your comment. Didn't you say you're gonna block and unsub me, Creative, like last time you were here? Because... Hi, Ari. Thank you for the sub. Okay, man. I have fun with that. Hi, everyone. Hi, Vari. Hi, Jason. Hi, Play. Hi, Wedeva. Hi, Petri. Hi, Animation. Hi, Brian. Hi, Jason. Hi, Hi, everyone. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi, Petro. Guys, again, thank you for the follow, subs, and also I want to say thank you guys again for your donations. You ignoring me. I'm sorry, Lun. I ignored you. I mean, you kept spamming to play your song like 20 times. I think it's fair. Do you hate me? Yeah, of course I hate you. Obviously, I really hate you. Beautiful animation, Athena, Newtonia. Thank you for the follows. Miss A, Verse, Brian, Lun. Yeah, sure. Guys, are you guys like an emo kid that's like 14? I'm not. Hi, Anthony. Why do you think I hate you? Thank you, Anthony, for the sub. Glad to have you. I got a question. Hi, Probot. Hi, bro. How you guys doing there? Hi, Leland. Mason, Moonja, thank you for the follows. Guys, thank you for the follows or subs, everyone. Glad to have you here. You hate me. They only hate me cause I'm emo. Hi, Doll. Hi, Verse. Hi, Duckhoro. Hi, welcome. Hi, Neil. Hi, Verse. Hi, Neil. Hi, everyone. Make sure to follow or sub. I am cat/shark. Noob. Bro. So noob. I am pro. The only thing you need to get pro at is a fucking dictionary. Sorry. I'm not trying to... That was kind of funny. Make sure to follow. Hi, Lun. Hi, Nagi. Hi, Nde. Hi, Tad. Hi, make sure to follow. Hi, Az. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Hi, Verse. Hi, Aaron. You hate me. Hi, Amora. Don't swear. I mean, it was kind of funny. You failed. I failed. Yes, I failed. Hi, Beerton. Glad to have you here. Make sure to follow or sub. Glad to have you here. I just want to roast people, okay? Give me a break. I have no caffeine today. My brain cells are dying. My chat is very interesting, and YouTube is glitching so hard. I don't know what to even do about it. Hi, Katie. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Rachel. You shuck. I'm better than you. I'm the best. Okay, man. Guys, do you guys really think I'm like suddenly when you say I'm the best? Oh my god, like I really care. Like I'm gonna be honest, I give 0 cares about it. Like okay. I find it funny, I guess. Hi, man. Hi, Pro. Hi, Pickle. I mean, the only thing I care, I guess, is saying it, but it's like, I don't know, you spam me in my chat, so I guess I notice. Hi, Sharks. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Creative. You're kind of acting rude. I mean, what do you mean? I mean, no offense, but like, people are acting rude to me, so like, what do you want me to do, man? I mean, I could try to act nicer, but like, I don't know, when people are spamming me and being kind of mean to me. Hello. Welcome, new. Hi, Big. Hello, Ro. How you doing there? Welcome. And also, you asking if I hate you immediately because I didn't answer your comment is kind of more rude than whatever I'm saying. I'm sorry, man. But Mario, thank you for the star. Glad to have you here. Thank you for the sparkles. Noob, I am pro because you're noob. That makes so much sense. God, your logic is unfathomable, you know? I don't know, man. Make sure to follow or sub. Glad to have you here. Hi, Alan. Hi, Big. How you doing today? Hi, Missy. Am I gonna stream at? I'm gonna stream at 1:30 p.m. like a.m. Why are you annoying me? Then don't watch my stream. Easy. Hi, Abigail. You see why I'm being rude, Creative? Do you need to really ask why I'm being rude? People are like, you're annoying. Oh my god, you're noob. Like, I don't really care, but at the same time, it's like, if people are just being mean to me, I'm just gonna roast the shit out of them. I don't want to be mean, but like, come on, man. I hate you. I'm gonna leave. Okay, leave. Jesus. Hi, Subby. Hi, Curl. Thank you, Mario, for the good luck. Have fun. I'm not trying to be mean to people, man, but like, if everybody's being rude, I'm not gonna lie. Katie, thank you so much, Katie, for the floating hearts. I'm pretty sure they already said they're gonna leave like 20 times, so I mean, like, I don't really care. I love you, Roasty. Thank you, guys. Hi, Allison. Hi, everyone. Don't listen, you are mate. Thank you, Missy. I appreciate it. Glad to have you. You're cool. Thank you for saying I'm cool. Hi, Nazi. Thank you guys for the compliments. Also, thank you for the subs. If you sub, I'll give you a shout out. If you want to follow, make sure to follow. Mario, thank you for the flower. Aw, Creative. Look who's being rude now. I think you're way more rude than I'll ever be, but okay. Yeah, bro's literally hating on me. It's like, you're rude. It's like, okay. Hi, Strawberry. Hi, Creative. Hi, Ivy. Hi, Nurse. How you doing today? Hi, Alan. How you doing there? Make sure to follow us. I'm glad to have you here. Again, Mario, thank you for the flowers. Hi, Love. Thank you guys for your donations, too. I really do appreciate it. Hi, Neva. Hi, I love Diamond. Hi, Alan. Rust, whoever been. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to. Can I join you? Yeah, you can join me. This is my username if you want to join. Here you guys go. Thank you, Nez, for the sub. Again, thank you guys for the donations, follows, and subs. Because like because if I say one mean thing to someone who's being like really mean to me, they're like, "Oh, you're so rude. Why would I ever?" It's like, bro, like people hate on me and they're like, "Why do you defend yourself? Why?" And then it's like I don't respond to their comment and they're like, "That's so rude. You didn't see my comment." It's like, bro, I have like 500 comments at that second. Give me a break, okay? I'm not trying to be mean to you guys, right? But like, give me a second to read your comment. I'm sorry if I don't read it immediately. I don't hate you. Like, do you have the attention span of a goldfish? No offense. GG. Thank you, Mario. Thank you so much for the GG Easy. Glad to have you. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Darren. It's like, I'm not trying to be rude, man. But hi, Colin. Make sure to follow or sub if you guys are new. I do appreciate it. Hi, Lila. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Neva. Hi, Anthony. Glad to have you. Thank you, guys. You're not being me. Never said that. It's more YouTube chat. It's not really TikTok chat right now. So that's if you're curious. Antonio, thank you for the flow state. Glad to have you here. I'm glad you like them. Lost. It's really cool. Thank you for the flow state. Glad to have you. I welcome. I appreciate everyone who's new to here. Hi Angel. Hi Violet. Hi Little Kitty. Hi Nez. How you doing there? Welcome. Glad to have you here. And thank you for the follows and subs. Hi Missy. Hi Ghost. Yeah, you can join me if you want to. Hi Darren. Hi Verti. Hi Alan. How you doing there? Welcome. Glad to have you here. Hi Brooklyn. Hi Angel. Hi Blitz. Hi Brooklyn. Hi Mario. Oh god, I almost fell. Hi Antonio. I'm doing pretty good. What about you? Hello. Hi Abigail. Hi Nardi. Hi Blizzo. Hi Cool Gaming. Hi Ghost. Hi Lily. Hi Anbrawl. Again, thank you for the follows and subs, everyone. Since will you sleep? I don't know when I sleep. Hi FNAF. Hi Anthony. Guys, what's the best part of you guys' day so far? Hi Santos. Hi Anna. Hi bro. What are you talking about? Thank you for the 2 jewels, Mario. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hi Dan. Hi Kyle. Hi Swishy. Again, thank you for the follows, guys. I appreciate it. My username. Here's my username if you guys want it. Hi Legend. How you guys doing there? Welcome. Really good. Thank you guys. I appreciate it so much for the subs and what is my what? What's my sub count doing? Oh, okay. Is YouTube doing a bot purge or something? Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Glad to have you. Hi Jay. Hi Santos. How you guys doing there? Welcome. Hello. Welcome. Hello. Oh my god. What is YouTube doing? I guess it did a bot purge? He's like, why is it going down so much? Okay, I guess fair enough. Hi Anthony. Hello. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi Jay Liquor. How you doing there? Welcome. Okay, it stops. Hi everyone. Hi FNAF. Hi Gibberish. Do you guys see how much my subs went down? Hi Dad. Hello. Welcome guys. Glad to have you. Hi Dustin. Hi Jeremy. Guys, do you see my sub count? This went down so far. Hi everyone. Hi, it's me. Hi Hefney. How you guys in there? Welcome. You're good at the game. Thank you. I appreciate it. Damn, I lost all my growth in the last day or two. That's sad. That happens. Hi Santos. Hi Everlyn. Hi Lunar. Make sure, am I mute? Maybe. Hi everyone. Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Glad to have you. Is this a glitch? I think YouTube's algo is like effing up. Hello. Wait, why am I gaining them all back? What? I don't know, YouTube. Hi Pro. Make sure to follow. Do you guys see my sub count drop by like 1,000? That's kind of funny. Let me look up, did YouTube do a bot purge? Did YouTube do a bot purge right now? My guess it did, which makes sense. I think it does it every week. Yes, YouTube is actively, massively in authenticated bot sweeps. Okay, that's fair. Make sure to follow or second. Thank you for the follow and sub. Glad to have you here. Hi Alfie, glad to have you here. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi Alan. Hi Abby. Hi Taylor. Glad to have you here. Make sure to follow or sub. Glad to have you here. Hi everyone. Are you gonna game? Hi Marin. Hi Zeeks. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi Jackie boy. Guys, again, thank you guys for your donations, for your subs and follows. I really do appreciate all the thing. Hi Amy. Hi Hunter. How you doing there? Hi Darren. Hi Cliff. How are you guys doing there? What's happening? I don't know, man. You seem chill. Welcome, guys. I appreciate you guys seeming chill. Hi, Lunar. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi, Piccolo. I'm not adding people. Guys, tell you what. Hi, Blue Cat. Glad to have you here. Guys, if you want to help me out, make sure to give me a laughing disco or a clapping seal. I really do appreciate it. Hi, Danny. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi, Piccolo. Hi, Danny. Hi, Blue Cat. Hi, Almond. Hi, Lunar. And thank you for the follows or subs, guys. I appreciate it. Hi Dans, hi Piccolo, hi Don, hi Ava, glad to have you. Hi Sina, hi Jujorna, hi Anthony, hi Thincy, hi Sina, Mr. Lollipop, Orla, Nika. What's your username? I don't see. Oh my god. Okay, give me a second. I'll put my username in chat, guys. If you guys, oh guys, Oh wait, sorry, I looked that up. I was trying to wonder. I think YouTube's glitching really hard. I think YouTube is actually like glitching for like the last day. I don't know why. I think something's messed up with their algo. It's just okay. I mean, it happens. But hi, Darren. Guys, make sure to follow or sub, guys, if you are new today. It does help me out. Hello, everyone. Also, guys, if you guys want to help me out a lot, if you guys can please donate, if you guys can. I genuinely appreciate all the donations you guys give today. So, like, if you guys ever want to donate, I promise you it helps me out so much. Hi, Soy. Hi, Sebastian. Hi, Alex. Glad to have you here. If anybody who ever wants to donate, I promise you it helps me out so much. Hi, Darren. Hi, Bryson. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. But that's always up to you. Don't feel forced. Thank you for donating me a laughing disco flag. Thank you for the clutch. Glad to have you here. Thank you so much, guys, for your donations. I promise you it helps me out so much. I don't friend request, but if you want to join my game, yes, you could join. I put my name in chat. I'm not going to allow you to join in a minute if you keep spamming. Make sure to follow. Hi, Levy. How you doing? Hi, Abigail. Hi, Darren. Yeah, we could play. I'm going to mute you if you do it one more time. You're not going to be able to join. I promise you. Okay. I gave you a warning. I gave you a warning, my dude. I don't want to be mean, but I gave you a warning. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean, but come on. I literally said if you do it one more time, you're not going to be able to join me. And I gave you the warning. I see. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. I'm not trying to be mean here, guys, but come on. Guys, let's get a laughy disco or clapping seal right now, guys. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. I don't friend request people, guys. But if you want to join my game, that's a-okay. I'm fine you joining my game. But if you don't, so if you guys want to join it, that's okay. However, hi Donna, hi Deshaun, how you doing there? Welcome, welcome. I'm just gonna leave this. Hello, hello. Hi Grimace, how you guys doing there? Here's my hi Cat, hi Roll. Here's my thing. I'm gonna leave because I want to go on YouTube. Nah, I'm good. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi Amanda, glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. There's my username in chat. Hello Tired, hi Gracia. Thank you guys for the subs and follows. Hi Amelia. Guys, if you guys want to donate though, any donations help me out, so thank you guys so much. Hi Isabel, hi Kat, hi Logan, hi Amelia, hi Nor. Please don't spam if you are new here. I appreciate the new people, but god, the spamming can get a little bit overwhelming. Hi Anthony, glad to have you here. Again, thank you for the good luck have fun donation. Hey, can you not be Grim? Can you not be like right next to me? I'm getting a headache right now. I might just do this alone because I'm getting a little bit headache, guys. So please don't be next to me when I'm playing the obby right now. I'm gonna give you guys warnings just so if you don't listen to me, I'm gonna have to block you, and I don't want to block you guys, so because YouTube is effing up. Thank you guys for your donation for the 2 stars. Glad to have you here. Thank you for the stars, Shaggy. Glad to have you. I might end soon because I'm getting a headache, so. Hi, Noob. How you guys doing there? Welcome, welcome. You're the best. I'm sorry about that. Thank you for the stars, everyone. Glad to have you. Hi, Palm. Hi, Angel. Hi, Kaylee. Glad to have you. I'm sorry about that. Hi, everyone. Hi, Doris. Glad to have you here. Make sure to follow or sub, guys, if you guys are new. Hi Black Goku. Hi Azael. Hi Bowie. How you guys doing? Hi Doris. How are you? Hi Serene. Thank you for the roses. Hi Sammy. Hi Earl. Thank you guys for your donations too today. I appreciate it. Hi Dino. Hi Barry. Hi Doris. Hi everyone. Hi Black Goku. Hi Kelly. She got hit by a bazooka. That's all. Okay, that's the meme one. I haven't heard that meme in a while. I thought it died because I did it. Okay. Hi, Kelly. Again, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Okay, I might end after this obby level because I'm just getting a headache, man. Oh, fuck me. Hello, Cassidy. I think I need a break, man. Hi, Probaki. Hi, Prob. Sorry, Pro. Oh my god, my brain is having an aneurysm. There's too much stuff happening today. Oh my god, I'm getting overwhelmed. Hi Cassidy. Yeah, I'm getting a migraine. I need a walk, I think. I need a good walk. Thank you guys for the follows and subs, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Hi Bentley, how are you? Hi Big Fan, how are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hi Tickle. Hi Darren, how you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hi Zila, hi Probaki. Hi Probe, hi Doris. Okay, I think I'm gonna take a break right now. Hi everyone, make sure to follow or sub. I appreciate you guys. You guys are very nice and amazing. What was? Hi Mickey, thank you for the rose. I appreciate it.
Anyway, I think I'm gonna take a break. Hi, Bed. How you doing today? I hope you guys have nice nights or night days. Have fun. Thank you guys. Have a good time too, whatever you guys do. Hi, Luna. Thanks for coming. Bye, everyone. I'll have to reset my PC later too.